Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful time. When I started this channel, I did say I was going to focus on my toys, my Lego stuff, and I haven't really done that. So here's where it all starts to change. I'm going to do a bit of focus on my Lego stuff. I'm going to review certain stuff, some old stuff I have in the background, and some new stuff that I get to buy. Now, here's a funny story. I went to see Black Panther Saturday night, at a very late hour, unfortunately, but I did. I came back home. I wanted to do a review on this movie, and I actually ended up talking about this movie for about an hour and a half. I'm sorry. The review is not going to be an hour and a half, I can promise you that. I'm going to shorten it out. I'm currently in the process of editing it, but just cutting certain bits and pieces of it. But the following morning, I had this urge to just go to the nearest Toys R Us and buy the new Lego Black Panther sets. I ended up going to 3 completely separate stores in 3 different parts of the city, and I just couldn't find any. Shocking. It's almost like they didn't even bring these things to my country, almost, which is a shame. And it's really weird because usually with these Marvel movies, the sets just arrive weeks and sometimes even months earlier. And I remember when I went to see Spider-Man: Homecoming the second time, and around the same time I bought the Thor Ragnarok sets, which, if you followed the Marvel schedule thing, I believe, yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming came out around July, around my birthday, and Thor Ragnarok came out in November, which is 3-4 months after it, and somehow the Black Panther sets are nowhere to be seen. However, when I go to buy Lego sets, I expect to come back home with Lego sets. I was frustrated I couldn't find the Black Panther stuff, so I decided that I'm just gonna buy a Lego set, whatever happens. And I actually had my eye on this thing for a very long time. And so, since I actually happened to see that it was in store and I couldn't find it in any other store I went to for months, I decided to just complete that one piece of the puzzle and just buy it. So here it is. I've been working on it for the last 2 days. Yes, it takes me that long to buy the Lego set. I'm not focusing all my energies on that. I do multiple stuff all the time, but I finished it, and I figured this should be my first review for a Lego set, because I can. Now, this is from Lego Star Wars 2017 summer set, I believe. I could be wrong about this. I'm not 100%. No, wait. 2016 summer lineup. Yeah, 2016 summer lineup of sets. It's got this Rogue One inspired logo. Okay, just move the mouse. This Rogue One inspired logo on it. Because it came out, as I said, around 2016. That's around the time where the Rogue One sets started to come out, and it belongs to that lineup. So clearly, you can see I'm new to this. So I apologize if I'm just sounding like an idiot. But I am an idiot, so it's hard to avoid that. Now, the set number for this thing is 75186. And the name of this set is the Arrowhead. Now, what is the Arrowhead? Let's just talk a little bit about that. This is actually a set that's not from the movies. It's actually from a TV show, a Lego TV show, yes, because Lego does Star Wars TV shows every once in a while. This one is called Lego Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures. It's actually a really fun show. It's really cute and nice. I watched it. It's got 2 seasons as of this point. So far, I haven't heard anything about season 3 or anything. I hope they will have a season 3. But this show is kind of more of a promotional thing, more than more than anything else. Because every once in a while, twice a year, Lego just releases like 5, 6, 7 sets in just one big bang. And so they're mainly looking for a way to promote their sets. And they use this show as a promotional tool. Because, I mean, it's a show like any other. I mean, it's got original characters, an original storyline. It ties in with the rest of the Star Wars lore. It actually could be considered canon from a certain point of view. But it features heavy focus specifically on the sets that Lego's putting out around that time. Like in this specific lineup, they released a new version of the Y-Wing. So they just had an episode where the Y-Wing was primarily focused. So, stuff like that. Like I said, the show has also created a bunch of original characters with original storylines and original ships. Because we all know that Star Wars is famous for their ships. And Star Wars, by the way, for those of you who don't know this, Star Wars is actually the first licensed Lego thing. And what I mean by that is Star Wars is the first Lego Star Wars is the first Lego theme that was based on an existing material, like a movie or a show or whatever. Before that, Lego was just doing their own original stuff like Lego City, Lego Castle, Lego Pirates, stuff like that. Then they have they licensed. They got the license to do sets on Star Wars. And several years down the line, now we have Lego DC superhero sets, Lego Marvel sets, Lego Harry Potter, Lego Jurassic World, all kinds of stuff. So Star Wars was the first to do that, which is kind of cool. And this ship right here is completely original to the show. So you'd be forgiven if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, but you don't know anything about this ship. Now, I love the show, as I mentioned. It's a bit cartoony and childish at times, but it's fun. It really has a very fun Star Wars vibe. A little bit of history. I'm not going to go into full history on the show. Maybe I'll do a video that is specifically about the show. But basically, the main plot of the show is around this family of 3 siblings. There's the Freemakers. There's Cordy Freemaker, Xander Freemaker, and Rowan Freemaker. Rowan is this Force-sensitive child. He's the youngest of the 3 siblings, and he kind of studies to be a Jedi on the show. And in season 2, by the way, this is a full spoiler talk, so if you don't care about spoilers, if you don't care about the show that much, feel free to keep on listening. So in season 2 of the show, he has this vision of a special, unique ship that can help them win the war against the Empire, which is called the Arrowhead. So he basically spends most of season 2 looking for materials to build this ship. And by the end of the show, they built this ship, and it's easily one of the most powerful ships in Star Wars history. It's powered by kyber crystals. If you don't know what a kyber crystal is, you should probably watch Rogue One. But kyber crystals is the thing that powers the Jedi lightsaber. It's the thing that gives the lightsaber its power. And as it turns out in Rogue One, it's also the main power source for the Death Star, the laser thing. So the Arrowhead is powered by a bunch of kyber crystals that originated from this kyber saber, which is one of the first major weapons in Star Wars lore, according to canon. And basically, it gives the Arrowhead an impenetrable shield that can't be broken by anything. And when it's not in shield mode, it can transfer into attack mode, which basically gives it sort of a hammer on the front that allows it to smash through other ships and just cut them in half, like it's like a lightsaber. It's basically the equivalent of a lightsaber starship, which I think is a very cool concept. Now, I've talked about this for way too long. Now, let's get to the actual set itself. Here we go. Bam! Now, you probably don't want me to talk about this, but it's a necessary thing nonetheless. Hang on. Yep, I knew this was going to happen. The characters come on. Now, I was planning to use a close-up on this, but since I don't have the equipment that I want to set up yet, I'm just going to show these things to the camera, unfortunately. Sorry. I really hope the sound doesn't, it gets thrown off at this point, but this, I'm going to just show you. Okay. This is actually kind of a stand for certain things, like this tool here. This is a tool used mainly for cutting certain things, and it holds these. These are ammunitions. They're called spring-loaded shooters. They're very effective in LEGO sets in recent years, and well, LEGO always gives you a few extra ones in case you lose some of them, because they do tend to get lost. Now, the problem with them is, with the extra ones, is that you always get stuck with them. You don't know what to do with them, so LEGO actually, in this set specifically, provided you with this thing, so you have a place to store them, and it's kind of nice. But there it is. Now, this is what you really wanted to see, right? The actual set itself. Now, again, I'm gonna focus a little bit here. I'm gonna talk about this set, and you still can't see me. Hold on. Split. It's terrible. I'm gonna just talk about this set, and then I'm gonna show it to you up close, where the microphone doesn't really catch my my voice. So This is a sort of a diamond-shaped ship. It's got red and gold highlights all over it, especially here and here, and a little bit over here. Unfortunately, a problem with this set is that you can't actually fully open up the cockpit, put minifigures in it. You have to do this. You have to literally pull out the top whenever you want to put minifigures inside or just take them out. So that kind of sucks, but watch this. That's the cockpit. I really hope you can see this right. I will have to figure out this camera eventually. Now, I'm going to give you a look at the cockpit now. It's nice. It's very spacious. It can fit up to 4 characters inside it. 4 minifigures. Sorry. There's this part. These are actually the blasters. There's 2 on each side. Let me just show you up close. Yeah, I just got a message. Deal with it. See? There. You can spin those all around. This thing right here, that's the spring-loaded shoulder that I mentioned. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to fire this thing. Well, you guys aren't going to see it anyway because it moves too fast, but I'm going to just try to give you a demonstration anyway. Okay, are you watching? Hang on. Yeah, that just flew off into oblivion, which is where this thing comes in handy. There, fixed. These are the engines. There's 5 of them, which are very nice. This one actually spins for no particular reason. And then there's this thing, the core. This is actually the main power cell of the entire ship. It's basically protected by this Kyber dome, which is basically a force field. And you can, I really hope this doesn't break because it happened to me a lot when I was building it. So here we go. Huh, fine. Didn't break. It folds up. It's got 2 parts on the bottom and the top here. And if you look inside, you can see the actual Kyber crystals. Well, there it is. So this thing powers up the entire ship in the show. Now, that looks weird without that cockpit, doesn't it? Let me just put this back on. Nice. Now, a final thing I want to talk about in this ship is the main weapon. When you choose to go from shield mode to attack mode, this thing gets pulled out. And it's powered up by this string of Kyber type light all over the ship from the back to the front of it. And it powers this little hammer thing. And it just smashes through anything that it comes across. And got these cogs here. See, that's what allows it to spin around so freely without you having to actually strain yourself doing it. What else? Hold on, let me just check. Oh, and something fell off. Sorry about that. There's this leg thing. It also breaks very easily. Sorry about that. Well, we don't really need to spend too much time on that. It's basically there to allow the ship to stand while you put it on a flat surface. Anything else? I guess I'll just give you a close-up look at the ship because it's got these really nice golden markings on it on both sides and on the back here. So it kind of matches up with the marks on this part of the ship. So a total of 5 minifigures in this set. Let's start with the actual Freemakers. This is Cordy. This is actually a new variant on the Cordy Freemaker. I have the other variant of it, of her. This one's a little more updated. She's got, I believe, this coat she's wearing is new. And she's got this brand new weapon, which is basically like a grappling hook with an anchor attached to it. This is Xander, her brother. I believe his coat is also new. And he also has this grapple hook, but it's a different one from the one Cordy's using. This is my favorite character from the show. He's called Roger, and he's prone to suicide. It's funny because it actually syncs up with his character in the show. He always gets into some shenanigans that gets him in trouble. He's a droid, so he keeps breaking apart, and they always have to build him back up. He's a B1 battle droid straight from the Clone Wars that was reprogrammed to be kind of their helping hand on the show. He makes coffee, he makes cookies sometimes, you know. He's a helper droid now. But he also is a former Clone Wars veteran, so he knows how to fight. He's equipped with this weapon. Now, his name on the show, because droids have, well, their names are letters and numbers. So his name is R-O-G-R. Roger. That's kind of a joke on the B1 battle droid because they always say Roger, Roger to everyone. So yeah, it's kind of cute. Now, this character is called Quarry. I'm going to give you a look at him. This guy is called Quarry. Now, he comes from a planet called Mon Calamari. Yes, Mon Calamari, that's his planet. And that's actually his species. His species is Mon Calamari. It's a wonderful planet, by the way. It's an underwater kingdom. It's like Star Wars version of Atlantis, really. It's an underwater kingdom. There's two races, the Mon Cala and the Quarren, and they have fights over the throne. There's a few episodes of it in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars series. Except this guy, he first appeared in the second Star Wars show called Star Wars Rebels, and his second appearance was on this show, the Freemaker Adventures, and they even used the same voice actor, which I thought was kind of cool. And he's got a wrench. I like this wrench because it's basically like a wrench on one side and a flat screwdriver on the other side. So, by the way, I'm a former mechanic. I was a mechanic in the army, so I tend to notice these things. The final character we've got here is pretty much a standard for almost every Star Wars set. It's a stormtrooper. Just a regular standard trooper with a regular standard gun, nothing too exciting. You see a lot of these, by the way, that's why I'm not too excited about this gun. Nice printing, but basically, like I said, it's basically the same with every other Lego Stormtrooper. I'm going to just show you his face because he does have a face, an angry face. So yeah, let's talk about the box. Now, if you'd like to compare, this box is actually very long. Like, it's just about the same length as the Arrowhead with the hammer stuff pulled out. I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up look at it. Very nice. Very nice. You can see the 5 characters. The 5 characters right here at the bottom. You get this, like I said, this image of a Death Trooper, which is the case for all the Star Wars material that was released during the time of World War I. And it's got this graphic here, Star Destroyer being destroyed as a result of this thing, because it sliced it in half. Now, over here you can see the five characters. Oh, sorry. There's these guys over here standing in action shots, and Corey standing in the actual size reference. There's a smaller version of the action shot over here. Yes, I haven't taken the sticker off because these stickers have incredibly strong glue, so they tend to ruin the picture. So I figured it'd be best to leave this thing on and not ruin the rest of the picture. Let's see a bit of a graphic here. Of course, there's this Disney logo all over these Star Wars sets because Disney likes to let everyone know that they own Star Wars now. There's just a little bit of stuff right here. And if you look at the back, you can see a screenshot that's basically taken right out of the show. You got Xander and Corey basically fixing the Arrowhead. Their mechanics, their ship mechanics, is close up on certain things with certain features, like this one that shows off the hammer. There's this one that shows you that the dome of the cryo crystals can fold up and down, and you can actually take the crystal out of it. There's this thing that shows you have to actually take the top off to put certain minifigures inside. And there's this thing that shows you that the spring-loaded shooters can shoot. And of course you have this nice little funny shot of the stormtrooper chasing Roger. Of course Corey is on that thing. Now, come on, open it. There's the instruction manual inside. And you see the better look at the graphic on the box. And I'm not going to show you every single page, don't worry about it. You can basically see all the steps to building this incredible ship. Now, it's got a page count. Hold on. It's got a page count of about 116, 115 pages, which is relatively okay. I really like this little booklet, which is kind of nice. Now, after the 117 pages of it, you get this. Sorry, I really have to learn to work with this camera. You have this nice little graphic from the show. It's a promotion for the show. You see the Arrowhead smashing into I believe it's a TIE fighter. I could be wrong. And you have this ship, which belongs to the main villain of season 2, which I also own, and I'll probably do another video of. Oh, and you can see Rowan use the Force to actually build the Arrowhead. They set up this new mythology in the show that there's this little branch of the Jedi Order were Force builders. They can use the Force to build stuff, which I thought was pretty nice. Over here, you basically have a checklist of all the different sets that came up in this specific lineup. Now, there's this thing, which is basically a battle pack of Imperial. It's a First Order transport with a bunch of stormtroopers and an officer. There's this thing, which is a speeder with a bunch of well-known bounty hunters. There's this thing that I really have no idea what it is. Looks like some sort of a speeder in space with a character I'm really not familiar with. Sorry. There's this thing, which is a very famous scene from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It's where the Emperor Sheev Palpatine, yes, his name is Sheev, and that's when he takes the burned body of Anakin Skywalker and turns him into Darth Vader, the half cyborg thing that we all know. There's this thing, which is a Clone Wars tank with Jedi Master Aayla Secura. There's this thing, which is a scene from Star Wars The Force Awakens, the rat car scene. A lot of people hate that scene. Alright? And at the bottom, there's these two ships from the show, from the Freemaker Adventures. This is the Arrowhead, which we just talked about. And this is the bad guy ship, which was on the picture on the other side of this page. I'm going to be honest with you, I own almost all of these sets. I've got this one, the Force Awakens thing, the tank, the moment from Revenge of the Sith, and this thing. I have not got this thing, and I honestly have no desire of getting it, because it kind of seems boring. Just random transport. I might buy it for the Stormtroopers, because I like having multiple Stormtroopers that maybe I could just put them up in a row one day and just do like an army shot of them. I also don't have this thing, but I really want to. I've been seeing it on shelves for a very long time, and I always somehow just pass on getting it, which kind of seems unfair because, well, honestly, I have no idea what this thing is, and I'm very well versed in Star Wars. I just can't really place that shit. Now, also in this lineup, there's these two things. It's basically they're called buildable figures. That's what they're called. And honestly, if I'm being really honest, I hate these. I think they're just not interesting. I can barely even call them Legos, really. Basically, you build a full-size action figure out of Lego, and honestly, they use really bizarre parts to build these figures. So, which is why I can't really consider them actual Lego sets. But a lot of people like them, so I'm not gonna trash talk them too much. This one is obviously a scout trooper. He also comes with this nice speeder straight from the Endor scene from Return of the Jedi. And there's this regular stormtrooper. I believe it's a sand trooper, although it's he's got this orange shoulder cap, which means that he's a commander. So that's that. Over here, there's an advertisement for the video game Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I own it. It's a pretty nice game. It's very decent. There's this ad for Lego Life, which I have no idea what it is. And of course, as is the case with every Lego instruction manual, there's this page with all the pieces used in this set. And at the back you have this special advertisement for Lego.com, Lego robot guy. And, well, that about wraps it up. It's my first Lego set review. I probably screwed this up badly, but that's what happens when you have a first review of anything. It's probably gonna suck. So I really hope you enjoyed this, and tell me down below what you think. Give me a like because it's very supportive, and I hope to see you again soon.